Uh, Hello,
You make
everybody.
progress, Victoria.
Well, I decided I was going to come on and actually, Rebecca asked me to come on, and I am going to be doing a recreation of a little game that you can play with your dogs to help them build confidence and optimism, as well as introduce them to new items using simple counter conditioning desensitization techniques. Okay, so I believe the research shows me that it was Susan Garrett who came up with this. I haven't found the actual evidence, but I don't want to take full credit for it. I will take credit though for my back. So, in the spirit of Christmas and whatever day of Christmas we're at on this journey, this is going to be the bag game. And this is something that we are going to introduce something to our dogs that they may have never seen before or aren't familiar with. And we're going to help them get used to it in a fun way. So all you need is a bag. Doesn't have to be a Santa bag. Can be any bag at all. Although if your dog is noise sensitive, then I would suggest not using something that's plastic makes a noise or those, the plastic shopping bags that might
Back
not,
for life.
bags for life, or those freezer thingy bobbies.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I like fabric ones. They're pretty good. So you need a bag and you need a few things. You need the thing that you're going to introduce to the dog that they've never seen before. And let's say it's a Dremel. But you could also have a coaster. You could have a Christmas cracker, a different looking Christmas cracker, um, a bottle of cleaning stuff. If you want to be awful and put a little hat on your dog or your cat for Christmas, you could put one of those in there as well. But yeah, pretty much anything, sellotape, sticky tape, a brush, anything that you've got lying around the house, remote control. You only need three or four things. But what you're going to do is have everything in your bag and you have your dog near you and you're going to wrestle around because dogs love you when they got a bag. They always want to mug you for it. So you're going to get something out of your bag. Everything that you get out of your bag is going to be good. It's going to be fabulous. But when we present the thing that we are looking to introduce them to, that is going to be absolutely awesome. And we're going to give high rewards and start counter conditioning that thing. But everything is good. And we're not making the idea is that we're going to make none of these an event. They're no big deal. But when the thing comes out, it's party time. So all I'm going to do is take something out. Good. Put it back in again. Circle around for something else. Good. That's nice, isn't it? Good. Yes, amazing. And then we're going to go feed, 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 feed. Or maybe if your dog's not a foodie dog, get a tug toy, do something, maybe throw a ball if they are ball dogs, engage them with something that they really, really enjoy. And you can keep on doing that by putting things away and out of sight. It's causing the dog to start anticipating and get excited about what you're going to bring out. So you're only going to do it no more than 3 minutes, even if you only do a minute. Have this bag somewhere that you've just got. And the initial stages is we're just going to bring it out. Good. Good.
It's like Mary Poppins, isn't it?
Good. It's a bag of everything. And then, hold on. Yes, amazing. Now, feed, 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 feed. Throw a toy, have fun. It's a party. Disco pounce, go. Now, the thing is, if you're introducing something like this that then involves a noise as well, you could potentially, after you have been doing this little game for a while, what you'll start noticing is your dog starts to anticipate and be wanting to see that thing that could be potentially scary or worrisome to them, so that they start getting excited. And it's a bit like Christmas again. See how I weaved it in there?
You did so
You
well,
know, the
Victoria.
build up to Christmas is far more exciting than Christmas itself. So the dog starts going, when's it coming out? When's it coming out? Because there's going to be a party. Oh, that wasn't it, but that's not too bad either, you know? And so you can keep doing that until the thing, I'd suggest only having three things in your bag, because otherwise you're there for, it takes you forever to find the bloody thing. Anyway, so you get it out, but then you could, after you've seen that the dog is getting excited and wants to wait, is looking forward to seeing that thing, you could then add on and turn on the noise. Nice. And then reward, reward, reward. So we push it a little bit further and then turn it off again, put it away. So that then the next stage we go, nice. After a little while, maybe can we turn it up louder? And as long as the dog is actively engaging, you could throw the food away as well. So when you get this out, turn it on, nice, but throw the food away so that they start learning that they can still, even if they decide it's a bit too worrisome for them, they're still going to get rewarded and there will be a good outcome. And so that is the bag game.
I love it.
Francis and Garrett, I believe. Happy Christmas, everyone. Any questions?
I love it. I love the bag game. So I'm guessing, like, if it was, say, muzzle training, or you needed to get a dog used to a muzzle or whatever, the noise could be like the click of if it
So
was a
yes,
brush.
so I would say you can the way to with the muzzle training, you could definitely start the process with just showing, putting it in, pulling it out, and then counter conditioning that. However, with actual muzzle training, I would also be thinking about, let's anticipate that the dog may have prior experience, or so let's start with something that if they don't enjoy the process as we grow, because that's only the beginning stage.
Yeah.
So once if you can play it with that, definitely, but then you're going to be looking at, maybe I would say either have a cone, a little cone or a large yogurt pot, pulling it out and start the process of muzzle training. And there is a video, I don't know if it's actually live on
I think
YouTube.
I think we've got your muzzle train.
I think I might have shared that one with you,
I think
but
on
there
the
is a
side.
longer one where I go through every step. And if you haven't got it, let me know, because I will send you a link to that to put in.
Okay, thank you.
But yeah, then the way I look at it is, let's break it down into micro, micro, micro. How small can we make these chunks? So you mentioned the clip. What I would want to do is, while your dog's away, maybe you throw a piece of food away, then you click, then you nice, or whatever calming marker word you want to use, good, and then reward again. But not, the worst thing you want to do is do it first time when it's by your dog's ears, especially if it's sensitive, and especially if those clips can really hurt if you catch the skin. So it's you could poison it really quickly if you're not careful.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could definitely, even if you're not using the muzzle for specifically muzzle training, you could introduce it into the picture as, oh, that's just comes out the bag and I get rewarded when that thing comes out.
It's the
So
same
it's
with like a harness as well, isn't it?
oh yeah, yeah.
Traditional harnesses. It's a great, for
You can do
brushing,
it with absolutely
anything.
anything.
I love it.
Anything whatsoever. I don't think it works with broccoli or carrots, but
Well, I
as
mean, it
much
might
as I
stop
would
them
like
being
my
scared of
animals,
it. It might not make them eat it, but they won't run
but
away when they see a bit
no,
of
they don't run
broccoli.
away from it. But no, but yeah, you can literally. That's why I love that game, and it's similar to the coffee table game, similar sort of thing. That whatever you've got on your coffee table while you're watching TV or something, pick up a pen. Can I, hey, me touch, can I stroke you with it? And then can I give you a reward calmly? Good. Oh, look, I've got some lip balm. Can I just stroke you with that? Great. There's another reward for you. And that to me is so that the more things that are become like, oh, well, that's no big deal, then you start gradually building that optimism muscle.
Yeah, no, I love it. Has anyone got any questions?
Not a question as such, but I'm just thinking I've got a step before that if I'm going to use it on Pocket to get his collar, get him used to his collar. Because I think if I went up to him with the bag, he'd freak out.
Oh, yeah.
So I need to,
Tell
I
me
need
about
to,
Pocket.
sorry,
Tell me about Pocket.
this is Pocket. So he's a foster that's been with me for 18 months. And most of that he's been in a freeze flight mode, but he's softening. He's getting there. Um,
I mean, things like so you still haven't got him. He's not used to his collar yet. Is that what you're?
I have no, he's not worn a collar for a couple of years now. And if I even think about bringing a collar towards him, he's avoiding.
Does he have prior history with a collar?
He has, yeah. The refuge managed to get a collar on him for him to come into foster, and I dread to think how that occurred.
And has he? Have we looked at a harness or a completely different piece of equipment?
I did, when he first arrived, I did manage to get a harness on him every morning for him to go out to the toilet, but then I realised he was freezing for me to do it, so I stopped doing it.
Okay.
So he has worn a harness, but again, it was
So, but
over a year ago.
you could go back to exactly the same thing, and even if it's just having uh a collar or a harness lying around the house, like it's just part, treat it as a coffee cup,
Yeah,
like it's just part of everyday life. It doesn't go anywhere near you, but so even if it's something that you start picking up, turning the kettle on in the morning and then throw some treats at him, or put it down on the ground and then throw some food, but don't go near it. Don't
right,
ask him to go near it. Just have it out as part of the furniture,
right.
and then build up. But you can definitely do the similar sort of thing. And if he's worried about a bag, do it at a distance. So while he's on the bed over there,
Yeah, right,
you're sitting on the sofa, you get the bag, you can still do the same thing. But when you present the thing that you want to look at, you ping food towards him. So he doesn't even have to, he'll be like, oh, okay. Well, that's okay.
yeah. No, it's good because I we've just got to the stage where I can ping food at him.
I was
We've
gonna,
got
do you know
there.
what? I was just about to say, Kaz, because when we
I
first
can do
got
that.
Harry, like I couldn't give him a treat. I couldn't even put a treat on the floor. Like for the
Yeah.
first year, just doing that would
Yeah, it's
get the
it's
shit out.
taken us it took us a year to
Yeah.
get there, but we are there. Yeah.
But and as Victoria said, I think for me it was always about distance. And actually I sometimes just forgot about the food as well. I was like, do you know what? I don't even need the food half the time. Like
Well,
just having these things about
yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Yeah.
as well, isn't it? You know, it's the food can add something, definitely. But when you've got a dog that every time you get a treat out goes,
And well, and if they've got history of someone who is meaning to be helpful, take it. Go on, take it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the food maybe. I mean, like Stanley with his pancreatitis, I getting him to eat anything is really difficult because he's just associates it with pain.
Yeah.
So yeah, unfortunately, it's a lot of it is playing around and just seeing what works, and it's information, right?
Mm.
But you have been on a long journey by the sounds of it.
Oh yeah. But he's amazing. He's lovely. And now he's a bit of a cuddle bug, so yeah. It's been worth it.
He doesn't need a collar then. He doesn't need anything.
Well, to be honest, no. It's only, I mean, I can't take him to the vets or anything yet. So it's only because one day I will have to take him out of the house. So I will have to get there. But at the moment, no, we do absolutely fine without.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I would say find anything that you can do isn't the thing that you what you can. I actually have a template now for my clients that's a blank funnel. But like so for example, the ball was a really tough thing for one of my clients. So I got her to create this step picture of going back what all these things that happened prior to the ball. But so let's say, for example, that someone said the dog knocked on the door, and then the dog goes into, I'm losing it and I can't like keep myself together. And that's what the struggle is. But prior to that, there's a lot of things that have happened that the dog is probably aware of, even if it's just you seeing the mailman
All right.
coming down the street and you may not realize, but you go, oh shit, here they go again. And straight away, that was so all the things that happen immediately before you can actually be. I mean, I go out with my dogs and I'm walking and I'll go,
Yeah.
and I try and recreate this crazy person that I think I turn into when when I see something. But I was having this conversation with my client the other day. Their dog goes ballistic at times, and they're trying to because we've got to calm them down and we need to bring them back. But it's like, no, actually, I want you to do something with them that's just as high energy as the headspace they're in and meet them where they're at. But if you know someone's coming down the pathway or whatever, start and again, we're practicing it before you need it, before you go to the vets. How about, you know, even think about, oh, when I do go to the vets, what am I going to need to do? What about teaching him some grounding techniques, doing things like two paws up or solid chin rest at home? Again, they're no relation to the vets at
Yeah.
all. However, those skills can be utilized at the point you can bring them all together when they do go to the vets.
no, I love that. It makes me think of when I worked with people with learning disabilities, I went on this course that was a person-centered course because person-centered, like the whole dog-centered thing, came from the person-centered thing that's been around for years in person-centered care. And this teacher basically got us to break down brushing your teeth. So we had to write as many steps that we had to take to brushing our teeth and break that down. And we realized how complex that could be for some people and how many steps it took. And then how we could teach those steps in tiny little fun ways, and it was amazing. Just taking a lid off of a bottle for some people can be really tough. So
Yeah.
let's just learn how to do that. Let's not forget all of the teeth brushing, just taking a lid off of a bottle. And it's the same, isn't it? It's breaking it down into all those bite-sized, achievable chunks.
Yeah, because you might find that a particular dog like whizzes through them, right? So, and that's brilliant. But if we can break it down as much as possible, then we are ensuring that even if the dog has no issues with it, so the other day, I've had this dog that's been coming to me for 2 years. Originally, she came to me because she wanted her dog bathed. There was a whole lot more that needed to be dealt with, including pain meds and everything. But in the past couple of months, we started just, let's introduce a ramp because the dog still can't be picked up. He's only a little dog, but no way, do not go near him. So we put first of all, we put the ramp on the floor. No, that was too much for him. So then it was like, okay, well, it's got sandpaper on it. Let's start getting the dog doing balance paths and walking on anything. So she started covering the whole house with like a piece of aluminium foil or a piece of carpet, piece of rubber. And if the dog happened to stand on them, it was like, yeah, let's have a party. So again, making things become a non-event. And we've now just got this, it's taken years, but we've got him going up and down the ramp because that was a fun game to do. So he goes up and down the ramp, and then he didn't like going actually in the bath, but then let's put towels in the bath so it stops some of the noise, like makes it a softer thing. And then instead of while he's out of the bath, we'll start introducing, let's turn the shower on, calming marker word, throw food away, get them moving, because the movement is to me the only way I think I could do what I do is getting them to move a lot to help them get their own little internal pressure cooker going, so it releases some of that tension. But then even though it's only a shower turning on, for a lot of dogs, that's hard. So I put a drying mitt over the shower head to diffuse the noise and diffuse the spray. And even if the dog doesn't need it, I still do it because I don't know, that shower going on may be enough for the dog to go straight back to that place that we don't know.
That's genius. I love that. Yeah.
So I would say just try and every single step that you can, and the more steps you've got, the better. You can't, it'll only help you move more quickly, but you can make it as, how can we make this so simple and that this dog is going to succeed? And if it's the best response is no response. So whatever you do introduce and they don't do anything, that's a celebration, because then it's like, well, okay, that's great. But if they raise an eyebrow, that's information, and you go, okay, well, they've noticed something, so now we have to put value in that bit before we even go any further.
I love it.
Sorry. I know I've gone off again. I'm sorry.
We love you going
Brilliant,
off.
thank you.
We learn lots from you going off.
Well, listen, we've reached our end, haven't we?
Yeah, we have, and I know you've got to go as well, haven't you? Anyway,
I gotta go.
So,
I gotta go. And I'm going to be totally honest with you. It's the Strictly results. I've got to go. Originally, you and I had talked about not doing this on a Sunday. It was another day I'd got in my calendar. So yeah. So I'm going to be totally honest, and this is on YouTube
You go
now.
and do Strictly.
I'm going to go and watch Strictly.
Go and do Strictly.
I'm going to go and do that.
And yes, I'll speak to you.
I'm going to be on it one day.
Yes,
I
you
believe
will.
it.
Oh my gosh, I would love it. It would be like, anyway, I must go. It's
Thank
been a
you.
pleasure. Happy holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays.
I will do.
And I will talk to you soon.
I'll talk to you soon. Talk to you all
Thanks,
soon.
Rebecca.
Bye, my darling. Thank you so much. Bye.
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 Bye.